Now in our guided practice, we're actually going to focus on the multiplying with regrouping. So although we want to focus on using the algorithm for this first example of regrouping, I'm going to show you how to do it on the place value chart so you can visually see how what's happening when we regroup. So I'm going to go ahead to my problem here and mark it up as needed. Miss Curry reads 323 words every day, so that's important to know. Miss Curry reads 323 words every day. Mr. Smith reads 4 times as many words. That's interesting. Mr. Smith is reading more than Miss Curry, so I'm going to circle that information. Mr. Smith reads 4 times as many words as Miss Curry. How many words does Mr. Smith read? So this is what I need to find out, underlining my question there. So Miss Curry is reading 323 words. Mr. Smith is actually reading 4 times as many. So I know that he's going to read 323. Actually, he's going to do that 4 times. So in my place value chart, I'm simply going to break down this number on the place value chart, and I'm going to write it 4 times because that's how many times Mr. Smith outread Miss Curry. So we have 323. It's 3 ones. I'm going to simply draw my circles there. 3 ones. I have 2 tens coming over in my tens place, putting 2 circles there. I have 3 hundreds. Now, that's just one time, right? That's 323 one time, but we know Mr. Smith read 4 times as many words as Miss Curry. So I need to actually do this 3 more times. So I get a total of 4 times. My number doesn't change. We're still working with 323. The only thing that I'm doing is writing this 4 times so we can see how to add this up and see the regrouping that's happening. So that's 3 times. I'm going to come do it one more time. Forgive my circles, you guys. All right, so that's 4 times, right? I have 323 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to simply come into my ones place and I'm going to start adding. Remember, when you get to 10, when the minute I start counting 10, I need to regroup, right? So let's taking it back a little bit to when Mr. Smith taught you about place value. So I'm going to come over here and start counting my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to actually circle this. That 10 needs to actually shift over because I have 110. So I'm going to bring 110 over to the tens place. Cross that out because that's no longer there. I've moved it over to the tens place, leaving me with 2 ones. Coming over to count my tens to see if I need to do any regrouping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have 10 tens, so I cannot regroup those 10 tens. I have 9 tens. Counting that up. Coming to my hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 hundreds here and I need to shift those and regroup them, leaving me over here with 2 hundreds. This 10, those 10 hundreds would actually move over to the thousands place. So I'm going to put that TH there for thousands because I need to regroup this 10 hundreds right here. I need to come over and bring that 10 hundreds over to the thousands and giving me 1,000. Bringing that number down here. So if I were to come up with this number, 1,000, put my comma, 1,292 would be my answer. So that's how the regrouping works. Now I'm going to show you how to regroup using the algorithm. So I'm going to set my number up with my sentence, right? We have 323 times 4 because Mr. Smith read 4 times as much as Miss Curry. Setting up my problem, remember your largest number goes on the top, 323. My operation symbol right there, times 4. Those are 4 ones going in the ones place. 4, I'm going to start out here in this ones place. 4 times 3 is 12. Just like I did over here in the place value chart, my 2 ones stay there. But what do I do with that 110, right? I bring that 110 over to the tens place. So that 1 is over up top on the top of the tens place. Now I'm coming back and I'm going to start multiplying again. 4 times 2 gives me 8. Don't forget about this 10 up here. 4 times 2 gives me 8. plus this 1 is going to give me 9, multiplying in my hundreds. 4 times 3 is 12. I am simply going to write down 12 just like that, because even if I regrouped it over to this 1, it would just simply fall right down into the thousands place. Don't forget my comma separating my hundreds from my thousands. My answer would be 1,292. Complete sentence says, Mr. Smith reads 1,292 words. Continuing on to number 2. Marcus is training to be a bodybuilder. Yesterday, he was practicing lifting 326-pound weights. This is a number. Please remember, just because you don't see digits does not mean you don't have numbers in your word problem. This is a number, 326-pound weights. That's a lot of pounds, you guys. So that's some heavy lifting. Marcus did this twice. This is a number. We need to know that twice represents the number 2. How many pounds did he lift in all? This is my question, and this is what I need to find out. How many pounds did he lift in all? Setting up the algorithm, I no longer have that place value chart, so my regrouping is going to happen right in using the algorithm, right in my problem over here. If I have 326 in the number 2, which represents the word twice, 326 is bigger, is a larger number, so I'm going to put that at the top. 326, making sure my digits go in the correct place. It is not 320, it is not 362. You have to make sure you write 326. Then I have my 2 here. Those are 2 ones going in the ones place. And I'm going to start multiplying. Starting in my ones place, 2 times 6 is 12. What do I do with that one extra 1, right? That 110. I'm bringing that 110 over to my tens place, continuing to multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. Don't forget about that 10 up there. 2 times 2 is 4, plus that 1 gives me 5. Continuing to the hundreds place. 2 times 3 is 6. Marcus lifted 652 pounds. Continuing on. Notice that my regrouping is very simple. The only thing, once you regroup that extra 10 or that extra 100, remember you don't multiply that extra, you just add that extra. Coming down to number 3. 263 times 3 equals. 263 is my larger number. I'm going to put that up top. My 3 ones goes in my ones place. Don't forget your operation symbol there. I'm going to start in the ones place. 3 times 3 is 9. Coming over to the tens place, 3 times 6 is 18. I have 100, right? It's 18. I have those 10 tens that I need to move over, right? So what do I do with it? I add it over on top of my hundreds place. This was 18. We don't just do 1 and put it there. No, we have to, if we have another digit over here, we have to make sure we regroup that extra 10 or those extra 10 tens over here. And continuing to multiply. 3 times 2 is 6, plus this 1 is 7. Leaving me with my answer, 789. Coming over to number 4. 521 times 9. 521 is my largest number. I'm going to place that on top. My symbol goes there. My 9 ones goes in the ones place. Starting in the ones place. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. My 8 stays in the tens place, regrouping that 1 in the hundreds place. 9 times 5 is 45. Plus that 1 gives me 46. There is no other digit over here, so I can simply write 46. Don't forget my comma, separating my thousands and hundreds. My answer again is 4,689.